Aditya, along with my friend Akansha, have the proud privilege of representing Sparda today as a comparing team.
Spardha continues its efforts towards increasing the awareness of various aspects of sports, which becomes very relevant to people who take sports very seriously.
We look at every stage in the life cycle of a sportsman with equal emphasis. How they embark on their goals, how they sustain themselves during their prime, and how they plan their life once the sunset sets in.
Through Sport Talks, we have tried to bring out many such aspects as we are grateful to the speakers of the past 7 sessions who took out their time to speak to us.
Today's event is a culmination of all sorts. We have a panel discussion on the topic: is enough being done at schools and at homes to encourage sports as a career choice?
With us are our 4 panelists who, in their varied roles, will give us valuable insights on the subject.
Allow us to introduce our first panelist, Mrs. Punita B. Chauhan. She is the principal of Hilltop School, Jamshedpur. She is also inspector and convener of ICSC and CISCE respectively. She attended a MUN session at the UN premises along with a group of students. She is also actively involved in educational collaboration with schools of China and UK.
The second panelist is Mr. Hemant Gupta. Mr. Gupta is an example of a techie switching to a sports career. He completed his BTech in Metallurgical Engineering and Material Science from IIT Bombay and joined Tata Steel as a management trainee. But his passion for sports and adventure brought him to Tata Steel Adventure Foundation in 2013, where he is now the head. His distinct achievements, apart from climbing many peaks, is his expedition and climbing to the summit of Mount Everest.
The third panelist, Mrs. Poonam Singh, is the only panelist outside Jamshedpur, but in a very different role. As a proud parent of two sons who have tasted success in the pursuit of sports, her elder son, Siddharth Pratap Singh, aged 24, is currently a national 7th ranked badminton player and the founder of Open Badminton Academy. Her younger son, Jaditya Pratap Singh, aged 18, is currently a national 12th ranked badminton player and getting trained under the Khelo India scheme. It will be an honor to hear from a mother on the difficult road she must have traveled in order to get her boys to where they are now.
And last, but definitely not the least, we have Mr. Mukul Chaudhary, CEO of Jamshedpur Football Club and Chief of Excellence Sports. He has been CEO and Director of Indian Football School, President of Mumbai Tigers Football Club, Academy Director of Manchester United Soccer School. He has also been the General Manager of Mumbai Football Club.
We are also happy to introduce our moderators, Mr. Aditya Pendalia. He is a native of Jamshedpur. He graduated from University of Madras as a mechanical engineer. He then completed his MBA from William Howard University, USA. He is the senior project manager in the oil and gas sector. He is currently residing in Houston, Texas. Mr. Aditya is also an avid sportsman and is in the process of grooming his son in the tennis circuits of USA.
Mr. Mohan, our second moderator, is a Jamshedpurian at heart, a mechanical engineer from IIT Kharagpur. He served Tata Steel in the IT technology department till his retirement in 2017. He is now an IT advisor to TCIL and an enthusiastic founder member of Spardha.
It's over to the moderators to take on the proceedings.
Good morning and good evening to all the participants and audiences from across the globe. It's wonderful to be part of this session today. Here are some ground rules before we get started. The panelists and audiences, they can communicate either in English or Hindi. There is no language barrier. So please, the focus of ours today is the subject of discussion, and we want to make it valuable for all the participants. The other thing, I request everyone to be on mute throughout this session and avoid any kind of interference or distortion. I request only the panelists and the moderators to have their videos on. As we ask the questions, we will be requesting to unmute the panelists and asking questions and responding back. The first segment, as Mr. Mohan mentioned, will be the panelist views, where each of our panel members will be getting about 2 minutes to express their views on the subject. Okay. The next segment is the moderator Q&A session, where the questions will be very specific to the panel members. And what we would do is, again, allocate about 1.5 to 2 minutes for the Q&A sessions. Okay, so these are the ground rules, and I must say that last but not least, everyone is welcome. The audiences for their Q&A session within the participants list. If you open it up, there is a raise hand option, or there's a chat box in Zoom. So you can send your questions or raise your hand, and during the audience participation, we're going to unmute you, and you will be able to participate. Okay. So that being said, one last thing. The session is getting recorded, and it will be posted on Spardha's Facebook page. I request you all to visit our Facebook page, like it, follow, and share it with your friends and family. Okay, with that, we'll dive into the panelist views with Mr. Mohan.
Yeah, so the first speaker for today will be Mrs. Chauhan. We request her to give her opening views.
Good evening, everyone. Really happy to be here in the midst of such an esteemed group of people. Is enough being done at schools and homes to promote sports? My opinion is, of course, we are living in a changing society which is extremely progressive, and the view of sports today is much broader than it used to be a few years ago. And that is amply evident in the way our youngsters are representing the country and coming back winners. So that is, that is an ample demonstration of the fact that there is much greater consciousness towards sports today than it used to be a few years ago.
Ma'am, your audio is not coming.
Am I audible now?
Yes, please, carry on.
Okay. So as we are attached to schools, we know that school councils, the council, the ICSE, CBSE, they've all tied up with Khelo India. And they've tied up with the Sports Authority of India, and they're trying to bring sports down at grassroots level in order to catch them young and to take them forward. There's a huge plan that has recently been shared with all the principals by the council, and a lot of things have been done in recent times. I don't want to enumerate that because a lot of my time will go into that, but we are all conscious of this because we are reading it in the newspapers. But I would definitely like to make at least 2 points in this time that I have. One is this concept that we have about marks for sports. People believe that marks for sports is a good way to encourage sports at school. I have a little different take on this. Marks for sports is a system wherein people believe that if you're good at sports, we should give you marks in academics so that you can be allowed to transition into higher classes on account of sports marks. I have a question, a basic question to ask in this connection. If a person was very good at sports, would we give them opportunity to be to go into, or I mean, I would reverse it. If somebody was very good at academics, would we say we'll give you opportunity as sports? We wouldn't. We can't say that you're very good at academics, so you can go and play cricket, you can go and play football, you can go and play this game or that game because you're good at academics. So this concept of marks for sports, I feel, is a very, very short-term view of things. We need to take a more comprehensive view. Just as we have, in my opinion, just as we have, we recognize the importance of humanities, we recognize the importance of commerce, we recognize the importance of science. So we must recognize the importance of sports as an independent stream. And we should offer sports as a stream so that a person is good at stream, he gets recognized for that, he goes up because he's good at, he is matriculating with sports subjects. He doesn't need academic marks because he's good at sports. He doesn't need, you don't need to give him 10% marks more in English, Hindi, maths because he's good at sports. Why can't we be broad-minded enough to generate a sports curriculum and a sports stream and say you're good at, this boy has all the kinesthetic skills, he's very good at sports, he's got all the skills that he should, and so the time that he will spend at school while others are studying history, geography, etc., he will be spending in studying the theory, the practical applications of the branches of sports that we want. So we can work, just as we worked on humanities, commerce, and science, we can work on sports as a separate stream of pursuit, and that can start very much at school. This is my opinion, and I feel that this will actually recognize the sports potential in the individual and help him to train and give him the right kind of certification so that he can move up in life with a sports degree, the sports certification. That is one point which I wanted to make. We can have, lot of other subsets within this. We can have a curriculum for sports journalism, we can have a curriculum for sports photography, and there's so much within sports that can be done besides actually pushing for sports. Second point that I wanted to make is that we need to have a very big shift in the mindset among parents towards sports. I see a huge potential among children. They have they're bursting with potential, they're interested. Which child doesn't like to play? And they have all the potential to do so. Unfortunately, we don't have enough promoters at home. There are a whole lot of people who would rather have engineers at home than sportsmen. So that's a change in mindset which we academicians have to press for, and we are doing that at all times. We keep calling parents when we identify talent, and we keep telling them that they need to practice uh, because they have that potential to get on, and there is so much that they can do in life with all this. So we try to promote it, but I feel if we have a separate curriculum for sports as part of school education, as part, which is recognized by the council, which is recognized at higher levels, and a student from the beginning can proceed on that, then it will definitely, people will see, because our country is a country where people want their children. Why is it that they're talking so much about, going in for IITs or engineering or medicine? It's all because there is this insecurity for jobs. So if they get a feeling that, with sports you can have a good job ahead, there is a promise of something that they will do ahead, there will definitely be a greater confidence among parents, and they will definitely come forward and want their children to excel in those things that they already have a passion for. So I feel for this change of mindset also, we come back to this basic point. So yes, we are doing quite a bit. We need to do more, because we know that in our country, there's a lot of talent. We are not lacking in talent. What we are lacking is perhaps in identifying talent young, in training them at the right time and in the right way, and taking them forward systematically towards a higher level. Because we've interacted with schools in China, we've interacted with schools in other countries, and in my Chinese association with the schools in China, this is what I saw, that people gave that kind of importance to sports from the beginning, identified children and worked with children in sports area, making 2 hours of sporting compulsory for every child. I know that if we were to do this here, we'd have a lot of parents complaining that my child is wasting his time, we're sending to school for studies and your school is forcing him to play. This is not the right approach. So we have to change this mindset. And when we do that, by taking a little broader approach of things, I'm sure we'll go far ahead in our sporting achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was rousing. Welcome the next speaker panelist, Mr. Hemant Gupta, to give his initial views.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so first of all, I would like to thanks team Sparda for giving this opportunity, and especially Mohan sir, Amit, Kamlesh, and Karan, and good evening to all the panelists, Punita ma'am, Mukul sir, and so the and Poonam ma'am, sorry, and to all the attendants. So our topic for today is like sports as a career choice. So first of all, I would like traditionally, like in my personal opinion, traditionally sports as a career still not a mainstream option. Whenever we talk about pursuing sports as a career, or mostly we talk about is pursuing it as a hobby. But if we talk about it doing as a picking it as a career, we always face with the resistance, especially at our homes with our families and in the societies. And because there are inherent risks in it, like the inherent risk which we can I feel like there are three inherent risks. One is about the injuries. Like, so sports, when we map a journey of an athlete, we see he or she goes through a lot of injuries throughout their career. And sometimes injuries can be so bad, they may have to quit their professional careers and they are not able to sustain and progress further. So that in that sense, the future is sometimes not very certain. The second is sports is very competitive. So like when we talk about IITs or PMT, every year more than 10,000 or 15,000 people qualify, and we always glorify them. But how many athletes get medal at the national level? The numbers may be less than 100, but we never talk about the athlete who wins a medal at the state level or the national level. There are very, very few. So sports is very competitive. Education is competitive, but if you see sports, to finish at the podium at the state or national level, you have to be at your best, like at the very, very best of yourself. So we see that they they don't have that dedication or that seriousness which will take you to the for the level of the national and international category. And the third thing is I feel the instability. So we as a India is a medal hungry nation, so we always talk about like the people who have won the medals at the national at the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games, but do we talk about the people who finish in the finals, who just qualify for the Commonwealth Games, who just miss that opportunity? जो अब एक बार कोई मेडल जीत जाता है तो दे आर लाइक कैश प्राइजेस की भरमार हो जाती है, देयर आर sponsorships from all over the corporates, but the people who are struggling, is there any backup for them? Do they have some options where they can explore and pursue this as a career? क्योंकि जो लोग टॉप पर पहुंच जाते हैं there are hardly few, so for what is there for them? So that's why there are certain risks. But if we see the today's in India of today, so I will say it's still like at the nascent stage, but very at the exciting stage also, especially with now our athletes winning the medals at the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games, or with the awareness in particular to the sports. And now you see more and more people are choosing sports. So it's, when we talk about choosing sports as a career, it's not just about playing sport, like you play it as on a competitive level, being an athlete. Apart from athlete, there are multiple career options in the sports, be it sports administrator, marketing, or sports management, coaching and support. Like there are so much of functional training that comes with the sport, like nutritionist, sports physiotherapist, strength and conditioning. So all of this is a career options. But apart from this, now the career options are going to like the now content creator. You have the commentators. You need the bloggers. You need the people who make good videos and the good photos. People who organizes the big events, sports medicine. So all of this is still upcoming. And so when we talk about the schools, so we always say either education. So even like so we face this with our so in Tata Steel Adventure Foundation train athletes on sport climbing. So sometimes the cadets who are doing very well, so if they are very good in the sports, then they somehow उनको बोलते हैं कि अब पढ़ के क्या करना होगा. So अगर कोई बहुत अच्छा स्पोर्ट्स भी करता है, तो for them also education is very important, because आपको अगर आगे जाना है तो स्पोर्ट्स को आप स्पोर्ट्स साइंस से तभी लिंक कर पाएंगे जब आप उसकी एजुकेशन आपका अच्छा होगा, आपका एक्सपोजर अच्छा होगा. अगर मेरे को बॉडी के पार्ट्स के बारे में पता ही नहीं है, देन हाउ कैन आई इम्प्रूव माय ओन परफॉर्मेंस? एंड जब आपको एजुकेशन होगा, एक्सपोजर होगा, देन ओनली यू विल हैव अ डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस इन फ्यूचर. And one more thing, जैसे अभी in India there are so many leagues which have come up. IPL now the fourth biggest league in terms of valuation in the world, or the many leagues which have come up. And and there was a study of Deloitte also. Now people are more so there are more and more people watching these sports on the televisions. तो अभी जैसे होता है ना television में भी 30-35 years back, so all the TV shows which were coming, it was more on a fixed like महाभारत, रामायण, more जो फिर fantasy वाले. फिर then it shifted to क्योंकि सास भी कभी होती है, कहानी घर घर की. Now it is shifting to the more OTT platforms like the Viral Fever or Prime पे जो the original series. And slowly it is moving to a reality shows. If you see the following of the Big Boss or the reality shows like Indian Idols, and apart and now the time will come where there will be maximum consumption for the live things, and sports is the only thing which is played live. And when people see it live, there is always the emotions and all so much of excitement going in. So the consumption for this will increase. And as ma'am rightly mentioned about the support from the parents, because once the children decides to play sports, so support from parents is very important. And one of the we have very two good examples. We have two climbers, Vidula and Inu, and their parents are very supportive. Prakash and Kaveri, and especially Amit also he supports his daughter to pursue climbing. So when the children feel that their parents are supporting, then they flourish well both in the sports and education. So so just to summarize, there are challenges, but we are at the very exciting stage right now, and future there is huge potential. And if all people work together, maybe with the more awareness, then a future is bright for sport, not just for the medals, but sports as a way of life, as we say in Tata Steel, like sports being part of your life. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Hemant. That was an excellent point. Now we move on to Mrs. Poonam Singh. Ma'am, will you please share your views?
Yes, sir. Could you hear me, sir?
Ma'am, your voice is not coming through.
Could you hear me, sir? Could you hear me? Now it's clear.
Yes, right. You can go ahead.
Good evening to all present here. First of all, my heartily thanks to Spardha team for giving me this opportunity to be amongst you all, the great ones all. Sir, if I will speak in Hindi, I will feel more easy to express my feelings for
Please do,
myself.
ma'am. Please do.
सर स्पोर्ट्स के लिए जो अभी पुनीता मैम ने बोला उससे मैं टोटली एग्री हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे साथ बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं कि बच्चे को कैसे, पहले तो मैं पढ़ाई में ही पूरा ध्यान था मेरा, क्योंकि बीइंग अ टीचर एंड इन बीपीएस तो एडुकेशन को ज्यादा ही मैं इम्पोर्टेंस दे रही थी. एंड माय फैमिली, जॉइंट फैमिली, तो नो वन मेड अ कैरियर स्पोर्ट एज अ स्पोर्ट्स. तो मेरे लिए बहुत टफ टाइम था, बट हमने बहुत लेट सोचा कि हाँ स्पोर्ट्स में डालना है. माय हस्बैंड वाज नॉट वेल continuously. Later on, when he was no more, then I came to know that he was very much interested in racquetball game. तो मुझे भी लगा कि वो हमेशा गुस्साते थे कि बस पढ़ाई पढ़ाई कराते रहते हो तुम, पढ़ाई पढ़ाई, आने वाला समय स्पोर्ट्स का है. एट दैट टाइम स्पोर्ट्स के लिए कुछ नहीं था. मैं भी स्पोर्ट्स में थी, बैडमिंटन प्लेयर थी, बट उस समय ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. लड़कियों के लिए जाना नहीं कहीं, नेशनल में सेलेक्ट हुए भेजा नहीं कहीं. तो मुझे लगता था कि अरे स्पोर्ट्स फिर क्या रह जाएगा, नौकरी देखो शादी करो, बस यही जानते थे. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि कैसे करूं, रिस्क कैसे लूं. लेकिन लाइफ में तो रिस्क लेना ही है. बस अचानक एक दिन कैंप लगा और मैंने, आफ्टर द हस्बैंड एक्सपायर्ड, तो मैंने सोचा कि चलो कैंप में डालें. घर वालों ने भी बोला, कुछ मेंबर्स बोले कि हाँ कैंप में डालो, मैंने डाल दिया. बैडमिंटन का कैंप लगा था, अदरवाइज ही वाज द फुटबॉल कैप्टन इन द स्कूल. तो जब मैंने बैडमिंटन में डाला, वहां कैंप में ले गई, एवरीवन अप्रिशिएटेड कि अरे आपका बेटे का फिजिक बता रहा है कि ये तो बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर, कहाँ सिखाती हैं आप. हमने कहा आई डोंट नो, मैं बस स्कूल से घर, और मुझे नहीं मालूम है. तो बताया कि नहीं इसको आप डालिए आगे. मैंने डाला, लेकिन ये सारी रुकावटें ऐसे आई, मुझे तब लगता था, अब तो मैं सोचती हूँ कि मैं जीत गई. स्कूल, बीइंग अ टीचर, स्कूल में भी मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि अरे पढ़ाई जरूरी है क्योंकि मैं टीचर हूँ. वहां देखती थी सब टीचर सपोर्ट नहीं करते. तो सबसे पहला तो मेरा ये कहना है कि आज भी राष्ट्रपति जी ने अर्जुन अवार्ड के समय बोला कि सबसे पहला सपोर्ट और सोच बदलनी होगी पेरेंट्स को घर से और शिक्षकों को. ये सोच ये बदलनी होगी कि आपको खेल को कैसे बढ़ावा देना है पढ़ाई के साथ साथ, या पढ़ाई, मैंने तो पढ़ाई को सेकेंडरी माना. क्यों? क्योंकि दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल कि मैं पैरेलली दोनों बच्चे का प्रेशर डालकर, नहीं तुम पढ़ाई भी करो, नहीं तुम 1% आना है, तो ये तो नहीं हो सकता. क्यों? क्योंकि 8 आवर्स का जो इनका वर्कआउट होता है स्पोर्ट्स के लिए, मेरे बच्चे तो बैडमिंटन में है, उसमें मैं ये सोचती हूँ कि 8 into 2 means 16 आवर्स समझ लीजिए. एकेडमिक का 8 आवर्स और इनका जो 8 आवर्स है वो 8 into 2 कर लीजिए स्पोर्ट्स में. क्योंकि आके थक जाना, फिर कुछ नहीं कर पाना, तो मुझे लगा कि ये तो पढ़ाई में मैं टेंशन लेती थी कैसे करूं. लेकिन स्कूल प्रबंधन, स्कूल जो हमारे सर हैं या जो प्रिंसिपल हैं, टीचर्स हैं, इनका सपोर्ट होना बहुत जरूरी है. घर से हमने पहले ही बोला कि पेरेंट्स का सपोर्ट, तो पहले माइंड फिलअप करना है पेरेंट्स को. क्यों? क्योंकि सही एज में बच्चे को स्पोर्ट्स में डालना पड़ेगा. बड़े एज में जाके स्पोर्ट्स में डालने में फिर कुछ मतलब नहीं. तो छोटे में जब आप डालेंगे तो ये आपकी सोच रहेगी कि आप कहाँ उसका पहले इंटरेस्ट देखेंगे, वो कहाँ जाना चाहता है, किस स्पोर्ट्स में जाना चाहता है. आप इधर ले गए उधर ले गए, बच्चे की फिर आपको सोच पता चल गई कि बच्चा किस में इंटरेस्ट रख रहा है. आप फिर उसमें उसको बढ़ावा दीजिए, एनकरेज करिए. फिर आप स्कूल वालों को बताइए कि हमारा बच्चा इसमें. सभी स्कूल आज की डेट में नहीं सपोर्ट करते हैं। खैर, बीइंग अ टीचर ऑफ डीपीएस, मैं इसलिए तारीफ नहीं कर रही हूँ, बट मुझे शुरू से ही सपोर्ट मिला मेरे प्रिंसिपल मिस्टर रघुनाथ मुखर्जी। उन्होंने ऐसा सपोर्ट किया कि बोले, पूनम पहले तुम बच्चों का खेल देखो, डीपीएस का ठप्पा लेके बच्चे आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे, तुम उनको खेल में डालियो, बहुत बड़े ऊंचाई पे जाएंगे। मुझे जब पता चला कि हाँ ये बच्चे खेल से ही आगे उभर सकते हैं, तो मुझे लगा कि हाँ ये है। लेकिन आज भी पेरेंट्स में ये डर है। जब मैं पढ़ाती हूँ तो मैं बोलती हूँ बच्चों को कि बेटा, पढ़ाई के साथ साथ, मैं ये नहीं बोलती आप पढ़ाई छोड़ दीजिए, नहीं तो आप घर में जाके बोलेंगे कि अरे मैम तो बोलती पढ़ाई छोड़ो खेलो, लेकिन पढ़ाई के साथ साथ आपको कोई भी एक गेम में, वैसे तो कोई भी सीसीए आपको करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में जिसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट हो पार्टिसिपेट करिए, लेकिन पेरेंट्स नहीं उसके लिए एग्री होते हैं। तो अभी जो पुनीता मैम ने बोला कि हमारा करिकुलम ऐसा होना चाहिए, स्पोर्ट्स का एक अलग करिकुलम होना चाहिए। हमारा छोटा बेटा बोलता था जब वो 7th में पहुंचा, मम्मा ये क्या फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री बायो, हमको ये क्या स्पोर्ट्स में आपने सोच लिया है, आई वांट टू बी अ प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर, तो मैं इसको क्या करूंगा। मैंने बोला हाँ बेटा बात तो सही बोल रहे हो। तो हमने कहा इसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं। बोले कि इसका एक अलग से कुछ बनना चाहिए, इनके सब्जेक्ट्स बनने चाहिए स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड। एक कॉमन सब्जेक्ट भी होता है कि जो स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड, उसमें भी कई एरियाज हैं। कोई जरूरी नहीं कि हम एमबीए कर लिए तो हमको ये जॉब मिलती वो जॉब मिलती, कंपनीज ने ले लिया, इसमें भी है, स्पोर्ट्स में भी है कि बहुत सारे एरियाज अब हो गए हैं। तो हमारा ये कहने का मतलब है कि आज के प्रेजेंट में पेरेंट्स को सबसे बड़ा अपने को बदलना होगा, क्योंकि अभी भी वो डरते हैं। तो मैम ने जो बोला कि इंश्योरिटी चाहिए कि हाँ भी वो जॉब उसको मिलेगी। जॉब मिलेगी कब, जब वो इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे आएगा, उस तरह की जॉब मिलेगी। और मिलती है, ऐसा नहीं है, सरकार कर रही है, कहीं की गवर्नमेंट कम कर रही है, कहीं की ज्यादा कर रही है। तो स्टेट में खेला तो भी आपको, अगर स्टेट विनर है तो भी आपको छोटी मोटी तो मिली जाती है। नेशनल जीता, जरूरी नहीं। अभी सर ने बोला, हेमंत सर ने बोला कि भाई खेल लेने से क्या ऐसा थोड़ा है कि जॉब भी, ऊंची जॉब भी मिल जाएगी, लेकिन नहीं, जो जिस लेवल पे अचीव कर रहा है उसको एक इंश्योरिटी हो कि हाँ हमको जॉब मिल जाएगी, तो पेरेंट्स भी उसमें विश्वास करने लगेंगे, वो भी आगे बढ़कर आएंगे। मैं तो अब यही बोलूंगी, और फिर आप आगे आप क्वेश्चन करेंगे तो मैं बोलूंगी सर, दैट्स इट।
Thank you, ma'am. Excellent viewpoints. And now we come to Mr. Mukul Chaudhary. Sir, please take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mohan. So सबसे पहले तो I would like to thank Spardha for having me here today. And this is Punita Chauhan, Hemant, Ms. Poonam Singh. It's really good to be here, and I'm proud that I'm sharing the dais with all of you. So I would actually echo whatever Ms. Punita Chauhan mentioned, Ms. Poonam Singh mentioned, and even to an extent what Hemant mentioned. All three of them actually mentioned something which is very, very true to life. We have to know how we are socially oriented towards sports. Okay, it's very different. It's very easy to say it can be done, and I'm actually very, very impressed with what Poonam Singh just mentioned. You really make me you really inspire, because it is not very easy for a parent to do what she's doing, and taking sports as a career, which is very, very competitive, as Hemant mentioned. One in 1,000 would actually make it, and I'm still being very optimistic. It could be 1 in 10,000 who would actually make it, and that too, it's not as lucrative. Only, for example, we have 1 billion people in the country, and you have something like 20-30 cricketers, out of which 10 would be making good money, rest would be making okay money. Those kind of things are there, and while parents are supporting children to study, they are doing that because they care for them and they want to have lucrative, at the same time a safer career for them. So जैसे पूनम सिंह जी ने कहा कि रिस्क लेना जरूरी है, वो रिस्क के सिवा नहीं होगा. So that's very, very true. But what I would touch upon is basically like Hemant had also touched upon that point, कि मेडल के लिए सब लोग करते हैं, मेडल के लिए सब नहीं करना चाहिए. मेडल अपने आप, अगर हमारी सोसाइटी और चीजें अगर हम अपना लेते हैं कुछ ऐसा स्पोर्ट्स को, it should become part of your life. If sports is a way of your life, you'll always participate in it, move for your own well-being, social, mental health, everything. Trust me, sports can actually give you many, many great life lessons, and it's not about whatever experience life would give you otherwise, but whatever little I know of and whatever I would prescribe is one is winning, but you lose more and win less. So losing teaches you a lot of things, right from how to recover and start preparing for your next game. And this is very, very critical for anybody as a life lesson. Whether you are being an MBA and working in administration or doing whatever, there are times when you will go through a bad patch and you should know how to recover. And that's where, many a times I feel that, when you see the suicide rates and stuff like that, I think people don't know how to deal with failure. But I think sportsmen are people, you will find that more in Bollywood, not in sports. That's probably the reason why people are more mentally strong in sports. I think this is something that we need to do. And it's again about what Nam had said about how we should actually treat sports as a part of the curriculum and not give marks. I completely echo that thought. It should not be dealt with that way. At the same time, I feel that there's a good amount of sports literacy that has to happen in the country. बहुत कुछ सीखना है हमको, बहुत सारे, जैसे हेमंत कह रहा था, there are so many. एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन बनाने के लिए there is a team of people who work behind him. While the coach and athlete is what we know of, there are other 10 people who work very closely to make that guy a very successful athlete. And that is something, these are the careers which are open and available for people. And if that person is from that sports field, or rather say about he's a badminton player, but he reaches a certain level, he can't be among the top players in the country, but he pursues a sport career within sports where he is a support staff for sports function. And that's where he would be able to contribute more as a person there because he understands the sports better than others. So these are things which are opening up and it will happen. I'll just share with you one thought. Typically, jaise Poonam Singh ji keh rahi thi, I think it's very valid that, you have to put your children into sports much earlier. But, there's a critical age, jaise wo grow hota hai, when he's 13, 14, 15, and that's where he's also peaking as a sports person, as an athlete also is growing. And that's when you're actually in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th. So it's a critical age for you. And I remember one occasion when there was this parent, I had a student who was learning football, and he came from a very well-to-do family, and he was passionate about football, and he was playing the sport. And his parents were more from the engineering background, and they had their own family business of, they were builders. So they were very, very well off in that sense. And the boy had passion for sport, and they said, and this boy wanted to play football. And it was his engineering second year or something like that he was getting into, and he was playing under 17 or under 18 with us at that point of time. And his parents finally approached me and said, "Sir, वो उसको समझाओ आप, वो football के पीछे पागल है और ये करता नहीं है." So I had to sit and counsel him and tell him that, ये बहुत जरूरी है आपके लिए, but you have to promise that you devote equal amount of time. Football को मत छोड़ो. I had to counsel his parents saying that उसको football छोड़ने पर मजबूर मत करो. Let him do his education and let that be a motivation कि अगर वो education complete करता है तो football खेलने को मिलेगा. And that's how it was tweaked and managed. More importantly, the parents got convinced. I'm lucky because I'm not always successful because parents don't agree, saying nahi bas band ho gaya, ab karo. We lose a lot of sporting talents to education. When I say this, I don't want to undermine education per se, but that's because at the critical age when this guy is playing sub-junior, juniors, and just about peaking, and he has to give up sports for education. So this is something I have been experiencing in the past, and I would say that we as a society have to orient yourself, like Ms. Poonam Singh was mentioning. As parents, we have a bigger role. Today, if you ask me, while my son is just growing, whether I can really push him towards sports as a career, I would say no, you do better. I will help him to become a better player. But I will always have this fear in my mind, though I'm actually from the sports fraternity. I know that there's a huge competition and 1 in 10,000 will actually make it to the podium or maybe more. The competition is huge. And therefore, I want a safer career for him. I don't have the kind of courage which Poonam Singh has. So, and majority of the people in the world might fall into that category. But there are countries which are doing well in sports, and there is a format that they follow. And there is tremendous potential in India. Whether a lot has to be done, yes, of course, a lot has to be done. Whether enough has been done, whatever it's been in the past, we should not discuss that. But a lot and more can be done in the coming future. And there is a lot of possibility. We have a lot of potential. And if we start using, or rather looking at sports as a way of life, it is automatically though it has to be result oriented, you have to play competitions so that you better yourself and reach a higher stage. It is very, very important that you accept sports as part of your life and deal with it as if it's not a recreation or leisure, but it is something that actually enriches you as a person and a human being. It teaches you many life lessons, and that's how it should be treated for you to be a better human being, even otherwise, whether you become a professional athlete or not. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Excellent viewpoints once again. And now we move on to the question and answer session from us. Aditya, floor is yours.
Yes, that was wonderful. Excellent viewpoints, very enlightening from each one of you. Thank you for that. So my very first question after listening to all your views is to Sri Mukul sir. I'm sorry, can I request all the audiences to go on mute, please? And only the moderators and the panel members have their videos on. Thank you. Okay. So मेरा पहला सवाल जो है वो श्री मुकुल चौधरी सर से है. We heard wonderful things. You have been in very prominent roles, whether it was Mumbai Tigers Club or Mumbai Football Club, and now Jamshedpur Football Club. You have done great things. What are the common misconceptions you think people have when it comes to sports?
In fact, I'll tell you, typically, particularly when we were doing this Manchester United soccer schools, it was a very premium school which we had foreign coaches who used to deliver programs. And it was very high priced program, which was very different. It was a foreign company. They were setting up operations in India, and I was the director of that club, that school. And typically, everybody who came in there were typically of a certain socioeconomic class. And they expected, hey, you have a magic wand, and you would typically turn around this boy into a Messi tomorrow. And what do you think? Within 2 years, do you think he'll be able to play this level, play that level? Now, these things are not very easy. You don't put him. It's not like you have to evolve. The boy plays a very critical role. The parents play a critical role. You can have the same coaching being given. It's like, in a classroom, you might have 50 students, but not everybody will become a doctor and an engineer. Some will become an accountant. Some will actually do well in performing arts and otherwise, which the school would orient them to. But that's what we have to understand. But everybody here wants to become a doctor, and that's not very easy. While that could be good in terms of having an ambition, and it also serves as a motivation, because you'll say, okay, fine, you want that boy to reach this level, ensure that he eats well, ensure that he sleeps well, ensure that he never misses a class, ensure that he regularly exercises. And on most occasions, because it was a slightly premium school, you had boys who were little overweight because they were coming from very affluent families and they were not very physically fit, so to say. And it was not, football was a very demanding game. You're running for 90 minutes and it's not so easy putting up with all those things. And it looks very easy when you see Messi play, but you're constantly running. And it is very, very demanding. So typically we had to orient them and say, hey, you don't have a magic wand. The boy has to work hard. We can tell him the techniques and stuff like that, but all that would mean physically putting that on the ground and putting it on a display. So, these were things, and majority of them work hard and do well in life. But expecting yourself to join a club, because there are very few positions available, as we mentioned. So that's what sometimes becomes a very big issue, because after 2 years, when they see that the boy is not going anywhere, they suddenly remove him, which is not good. Which we feel that, this will always happen. It will not always give everybody the same platform, but you should continue with the sport. That's what we are saying. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So, Mr. Hemant, you have also been in the same arena and you have seen similar situations. So how do you think these misconceptions, can be avoided? जैसे मुकुल सर ने बोला कि लोग चाहते हैं कि 2 साल 5 साल के अंदर champions बन जाएं, so that's a major expectation कहिए या फिर from parents हो या authorities हो. How do you think we can avoid these misconceptions going forward?
जैसे अभी मुकुल सर ने बोला कि there's especially misconception is about कि वो हर चीज में होता है कि जैसे हम स्पोर्ट्स में एंटर किया and you in a year you feel कि आपको नेशनल मेडल मिल जाएगा. So I think the misconceptions can be avoided. One can be it's more about So for example, if one athlete, if there is one cadet और उनके parents का, so maybe talking to the parents, जितने ज़्यादा आप उनसे personal consultation and setting. I think so. One is about talking to them. सबसे बात करो, athletes से बात करो. Even talk to them about the goal settings. Maybe so. For example, if someone has this pressure कि मेरे को अभी आज ही मेरे को national medal चाहिए. So instead of asking कि आपको अगर एक national medal चाहिए, what's your immediate target? To try to break that bigger goal into a smaller one. So maybe it can help in keeping the motivation level same. So for example, if someone is aiming कि नहीं मेरे को 3 साल में Olympic medal आ जाएगा, तो ask them कि whether if you have to take an Olympic medal in 3 years, where you see yourself till next 1 year, आपको एक साल में अपनी progress कहाँ दिखती है? So maybe to break them in bigger goals into smaller goals, and if you are able to achieve them, then you feel that motivation. Okay, I'm on the right track. If you are not able to achieve them also, then also there is a learning for you where I'm missing. So at least I have to match this first, and then only I can think about a second target. So it can be one thing. And also I feel that because it's a very gradual process, we always say like whether it's cricket or football now, football in India is coming in a big way. But still, if we talk about the international level, we are talking about next 10 to 15 years. It will take time. It will not happen suddenly. And when the more role models will come, I think this ये जो है जो personal feelings होता है like this जो misconception है धीरे-धीरे remove होंगे. जैसे क्रिकेट में आप देखते हैं तो पहले क्रिकेट वाज बेस्ड आउट ऑफ मुंबई ओनली, जो मुंबई में खेलते थे, दिल्ली में खेलते थे, वही टीम में आते थे. एंड नाउ वी हैव द प्लेयर्स फ्रॉम प्लेयर्स लाइक फ्रॉम रांची से है धोनी, यूपी से, राजस्थान के छोटे छोटे विलेजेस से प्लेयर्स आने लगे. बिकॉज वहां पर जब एक कोई नया रोल मॉडल क्रिएट होता है, इफ वी हैव अ जमशेदपुर से जब कोई एक नया बच्चा किसी नए स्पोर्ट में आएगा, देन for example, Gaurav Mukhi, when he went to play for JFC, so many people started playing football in the Kedi and the Kadma region. And when we see कि someone who taken a sports and maybe उन्होंने sports को लेने के बाद maybe he would have not went on to win the medal in that field, or but he has taken a slightly different career path and he has become a let's say sports administrator in some company, or he has become a commentator, or he has become a sports journalist. So then people will start to see the examples. ठीक है, उसने क्रिकेट फुटबॉल से स्टार्ट किया था, but now he's a football commentator. So ऐसे जब एक 4-5 एग्जांपल्स आएंगे, then आप क्योंकि जब आप किसी को भी बताते हैं तो they always say कि ऐसा हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है. So I think it's a gradual process. Constantly as a administrator, as a facilitator, we have to tell the people, but उन्हीं बच्चों में से कुछ एग्जांपल्स ऐसे आएंगे which will convince their जो नए बच्चे ज्वाइन करेंगे, जो अपने रोल मॉडल्स को देखेंगे, and it will help them removing their doubts.
निकल गए अब बाहर.
Thank you, Hemant and Mukul. The next question we are posing to Mrs. Chauhan and Mrs. Singh. Mrs. Chauhan, your viewpoint that sports should have a separate stream, should be treated as a separate stream, is great. But the reality is that the existing education pattern is still to continue, and we still have a long way to go before we achieve that target of creating a special stream for sports. In this context, how do you view the treatment of sports vis-a-vis academics? I feel that sports is still treated as inferior to academics, both from school point of view and from home point of view. We'd like to hear your views on this.
I would not treat sports as inferior. You need in fact, sportsmanship itself is a concept that we use all the time to teach, as Sir Mukul pointed out. It teaches you life values. So when the children go out and play basketball, I would like to draw everybody's attention to a very popular story related by Mr. Obama about how he won over his wife. And when the family asked him, when she was introducing Mr. Obama to her family, it was her brother who challenged him to a game of basketball just to see what his personal qualities were like. And once the game was over, he approved of him to be a fit husband for her sister. So what I'm trying to say is that the basic life values we teach through sports, and which school doesn't teach children from the pre-primary how to go out and behave, follow the rules. You learn how to follow the rules when you teach them games in school. So I do not think that we can ever think of sports as inferior to academics. We use sports to teach them life lessons, so that is the one important thing. But as children grow into higher classes, they become very focused about what they want to achieve in life, and there are children who are very meritorious in academics. I've had a student who was very meritorious in academics and equally good at sports. However, this kind of a combination is rare. Somebody who tends, just as Mrs. Poonam Singh pointed out, the sports field is very demanding. It makes you very tired. You have to spend a lot of hours there, and then you don't have time to get back to the energy to get back to academics sometimes. So I feel that it's all right if a student of mine were to do very well in sports. I would not push him too hard in academics, because in the current scenario, if he were just to get through his pass marks, I would be quite happy to promote, because when I stand in the school assembly, we celebrate sports as important as any talent of a student. A student could be equally good at, you could be good at music, you could be good at dance, you could be good at sports, you could be good at academics. Every success needs to be recognized and celebrated. You can't say if you're a singer, you are lesser than a student who stands first in class. To each his own. That's what makes each person unique. And that's the attitude we need to take as educators in the school when we are nurturing talent at lower levels. But one point makes, since this question has fallen about how to make sports popular, just before this, I would like to refer back to Jamshedpur before the JFC times and after JFC times. Look at the massive shift. Who had thought of any confidence that parents would have in terms of football? It was a cricket crazy country. We could not think of anything other than that. But look at the way things have shifted ever since Tata Steel has brought football into the city, introduced it. And our little children, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, are all coming to play, and the parents are enthused. They go and watch the games. That's how you promote games. That's how you build confidence. That's how we need to celebrate all this. And the media needs to be with us when they're celebrating, giving all the games their due success. Every time JFC gets featured, we are actually building confidence among parents.
Thank you, ma'am. Mrs. Poonam Singh, your views, please.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
I request to keep badminton also in Jamshedpur. जैसा कि आपने अभी फुटबॉल को बताया, वैसे ही बैडमिंटन को भी क्यों नहीं? Being a badminton player's mother, I will talk more about badminton. So उसको भी वहाँ पर और आगे बढ़ाइए. बैडमिंटन का भी कोर्ट होना चाहिए. खैर वहाँ होगा. I don't know much about Jamshedpur, but मेरे ख्याल से बैडमिंटन का जो ऑल इंडिया रैंकिंग का टूर्नामेंट है, हमने जमशेदपुर में तो अभी नहीं सुना कहीं, बट साउथ में इसका बहुत ज्यादा है. तो इसके लिए रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप बैडमिंटन का भी वहाँ ऑल इंडिया लेवल पर टूर्नामेंट कराइए और उसको भी आगे प्रमोट करिए. और रह गई बात स्पोर्ट्स के लिए, तो हमको वही मैंने बताया कि उसी पर हम फिर वापस आ जा रहे हैं कि पेरेंट को पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा. अभी हेमंत सर ने बोला कि हाँ 2 साल 3 साल 4 साल में हम नहीं ऐसा हम स्पोर्ट्स मैन बना सकते अपने बच्चे को. तो उसके लिए सबसे पहले हमको पेशेंस रखना होगा. जब हम पेशेंस रखेंगे तो बच्चे में हम पेशेंस ला पाएंगे. नहीं तो बच्चा भी, और ये ऐसा नहीं है कि हमको मेडल चाहिए, हमको नेशनल में जीतना ही है, तो फिर तो वो बच्चा टेंस्ड हो जाएगा। और ऐसा भी पेरेंट्स को प्रेशर नहीं डालना चाहिए। उनको ये है कि हाँ, कैरियर के लिए तुम रिलैक्स होके खेलो, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं कि तुमको जीतना ही है, तुमको ये करना ही है। तो सब बच्चे एक मेंटेलिटी के नहीं होते, कुछ पर उसका बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट आ जाता है कि अरे मैंने ही जीता, रैकेट को तोड़ना, दीवार को ऐसे मारना, गुस्सा उतारना, तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। तो उसके लिए सबसे पहले पेरेंट्स को ही रिलैक्स और पेशेंस होना चाहिए। आप देखेंगे, मैं कई टूर्नामेंट में जाती हूँ बच्चे के साथ, बाय द सपोर्ट ऑफ माय प्रिंसिपल, वो हमको छुट्टी देते हैं, मैं जाती हूँ। खेलो इंडिया में गई 2 साल से जा रही हूँ। तो मतलब कि हाईली एडुकेटेड पेरेंट्स भी साथ में अपनी जॉब, कई पेरेंट्स तो ऐसे जॉब छोड़कर और बच्चे के साथ लग गए। डॉक्टर है कोई हैदराबाद का, उसने बोला मैम ऐसे नहीं होता है, आपको साथ में लगना पड़ेगा, इनकी डाइट देखनी पड़ती है, इनका रूटीन देखना पड़ता है, सुबह उठाना पड़ता है, बच्चे हैं थके रहते हैं, इनको 4 o'clock से उठ के और उठाते हैं, अरे मम्मा आपने उठाया नहीं। तो पेरेंट्स को ही सब कुछ करना है पहले उनको स्टैंड अप करने के लिए। तो पेशेंस तो जरूरी है, और हमारे में जब पेशेंस रहेगा तो हम ही बच्चों को फिर आगे उसी तरह से लाइन पे लगा पाएंगे। और तो नहीं सर,
Thank you,
बहुत
ma'am.
सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं।
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those valuable comments. So, Mukulji, we heard a little bit from Poonam ma'am here and Punita Chauhan ma'am about these various super leagues, the ISLs, IPLs, Kabaddi leagues, and all these, and the changes. She spoke a little bit about the pre Jamshedpur Football Club versus post JFC, how the trend is changing. What is your point of view when it comes to the next 5 to 10 years? आपको कैसा लगता है? What will be a major significant change that we will be seeing in India?
Honestly, it's going to be India is going to be a big sporting nation. Next big thing that is going to happen to India is sports. We are slowly and steadily moving in that direction. If you ask me 10 years back, if somebody would have asked me, hey, do you think Kabaddi will be a spectator sport? I would have frankly said no. But it's the way things are growing. Badminton, we have so much of talent which is happening. Swimming, we have so much of talent which is happening. Every sport is now basically getting showcased. And these leagues are actually happening, helping them because they're putting them on a competitive platform. And that's where this talent is coming up. And therefore, you can visibly see where you could only see certain players in cricket as well. Till IPL happened, we knew only of few cricketers. But when the IPL happened and the way number of cricketers from small towns have come up is much more than what it used to be once upon a time. But otherwise, it was only certain points. So like you had the Gavaskars and Tendulkars coming from Mumbai, and you had few people coming from South, where the bowlers were coming from such a place, and you had certain pockets. But the moment IPL came in, it gave a big platform to everybody. And look at where the sport is today. It is actually at a very competitive level. At the same time, one of the richest sports in the world right now. So, we have reached that stage and we can actually dictate those kind of things as far as the sport is concerned. Same thing can happen with other sports. And as Hemant was mentioning, it's just that, sports is going to be a major source of entertainment as we go along. It's happened in other evolved countries, US, UK. It's just natural. We are going to go there. It's a matter of time. It's something that is about to happen. We are taking steps in that direction. Happening naturally, something which is more organic by nature. People are most following sports now than they were used to follow before. I think it's only going to get better with time, and with that, there'll be many more careers, right, from broadcast to everything. So people will pursue sports. So tomorrow, if a particular, say about a cricket player, my football analyst in Jamshedpur in Tata Football Academy is a cricket player. But he had the passion for sports, and then I asked him what does exactly want to do. He played at a state level. He represented Jharkhand. But at a certain stage, he realized I can't do much. And I said, why not? And then today he's a football analyst for me in TFA. Now that's something that, nobody would have thought he would become an analyst, but there are analysts, there are physiotherapists, there are strength and conditioning coaches. There are so many fields that are opened up. To make one sports person, there is an entire team which actually works behind him. So obviously, I think there are many fields that would open up. At the same time, I think all these leagues are just going to help, and it's only going to make better, So like, for example, I'll just give another example. Sorry, I'm taking a little more time. But it's when, Jamshedpur, we had this we have lots of Jamshedpur kids who actually go out and study. So you have a certain boys, wherever we go for playing our away matches, you have certain numbers who come and say, sir, hum Jamshedpur se hai. And to the extent, it's such a pleasant feeling that, if you land up at Chennai and at 9 o'clock in the night, you have a bunch of this 15, 16-year-old youngsters who are just there to receive you with a banner saying that, welcome Jamshedpur. And Chennai mein kaha Jamshedpur? But the thing is, these boys have roots of Jamshedpur. They are actually studying there and now they've taken up jobs there. So they have disposable income also for themselves. Cut to, there was a game that we were playing in Delhi. And there's this girl from Jamshedpur who's actually settled there. And she's just about taken a job. And she said, sir, Jamshedpur khelne wala and I'm going to come. I said, good, great. So I helped them with the tickets. Not that they bought it, by the way. They bought the tickets. I said, just go to the counter, blah, blah, blah. It happened and they attended. Thing is, fortunately for us, we won that match. And after that match, there was a very emotional call that came to me. She said, sir, hamesha jab hum khelte hain, we were always looked upon as small town kids. And typically, most of the Delhiites would make fun of us. But I had lots of friends right now who had come from my college. Most of them are from outside. And when we won, it was like a small town girl winning that game against the Delhiites. And it was a big feeling. Now, it might sound like a small incident, but the amount of energy that girl had when she was speaking to me and the emotions that were attached to it, I think it was the biggest prize that one could get. And that's what you're bringing about, self-belief. You're trying to say that you're not less than anybody. And those things is what sports can do to you. Just to give you an example, if you remember, there's a small photograph which has come yesteryears where Mumbai Indians had actually won a game and Miss Neeta Ambani had run down to the stadium on the ground and Harbhajan Singh actually lifted her. Okay. Trust me, even if Mukesh Ambani makes another 50,000 crore of profit, I don't think Neeta Ambani will run that way to the ground. Okay. This is what sports can do to you. Okay. So by saying that, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of passion that it creates and therefore there's a good amount of all these leagues are going to only help, and this is going to get better. And you'll see that social change in years to come. To me, India is going to be a big sporting nation in years to come. With the Khelo India movement, when the government has started, it's phenomenal. The way it is it's actually promoting athletes. It's giving scholarship to athletes. It's promoting companies like us. I have 6 students in Archery Academy right now who got scholarships, and they've got 5 lakh rupees annually, which is being paid by Khelo India. Now that's a big, big, big achievement. And I think the government is also taking steps in that direction. I think nothing can stop us from becoming a sporting nation in the next 7 to 10 years to come. And our next generation is going to see a different India and not something which will, be looking forward to Olympics only to see USSR and USA win. It will be something very different and something which we'll be proud of as parents.
No, thank you. Thank you very much for your comments there. One question to Punita Chauhan ma'am. हमने सुना थोड़ा पूनम मैम से यहाँ कि किस तरह पेरेंट्स के माइंडसेट आजकल बदल रहे हैं. They're taking it more positively. Similarly, from an educator standpoint, what are the educational institutions doing? Do you think how is their mindset changing?
Last year, the schools in Jamshedpur were the first group to organize a national boxing tournament at a national level in Jamshedpur for all ICSE schools. So it had never been done before, and we didn't know how to go about it. We got in touch with the Boxing Federation, and there were little youngsters, from class 2 and 3, and they actually had professional bouts at the JRD. We should thank Tata Steel again to support us for all this. They gave us the venue. We built boxing rings there, and all the schools joined hands, all the ICSE schools joined hands to do this. And this year, if the pandemic had not descended on us, the council was so happy with what we had done. They asked us to repeat that feat again this year, saying that nobody else can do a national boxing for the first time for small children. So every day there's a new thought that comes up. Every day there's a new way to promote sports. Basically, the first thing that we all need to do as educators is to change the mindset in the classrooms, to change the mindset of parents, because we have direct access to them. And when a parent walks in and says, "Humko padhana hai, humko sports mein nahi badhana hai," to change that mindset at that time, patiently talking to that parent is one of the challenges. A small challenge, but that little challenge will make a difference to that parent and to that child who could be a budding Sachin Tendulkar, who knows. So there is a challenge every day, and when we take the right approach as teachers, community, as principals, as educators, and we get together, and even when we don't know, we try to find out and organize something for, like we did for boxing at a national level. I wouldn't have thought of doing that at a city level, but we did it at a national level. We were all quite surprised that we could do it. So we have a great sense of satisfaction that we were able to do it. And these are the new initiatives we have to take every year to promote sports in all. Just now, Mrs. Poonam Singh was saying, why not badminton? We have a lot of badminton players in Jamshedpur. We have a lot of games and youngsters coming up. They do go up to national level also. In fact, I've had my own school students who have gone up and won gold at the national level in volleyball and basketball both. They have also done reasonably well at athletics. And we are now working with the JFC to help our children groom up. So we are hoping to be able to make a difference. I do agree with Sir Mukul when he says that India is the next entering into sports in a very big way. Yes, we are making a difference. We have come a long way, and we still have a long way to go.
Thank you, ma'am. Mrs. Poonam Singh, we are very curious to learn about your decision to groom your sons into a badminton career. Please tell us the complete story.
सर, इनको बैडमिंटन में निकालना मेरा एक लक्ष्य था. Why only in badminton? Because एक तो पहले मैं ये बोलूंगी कि कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, जैसा कि मैम ने भी अभी बोला था, सॉरी, सभी एरियाज में वो अच्छा ही होता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई एक प्लेयर है वो पढ़ाई में अच्छा नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि एक प्लेयर जो है उसका माइंड बहुत ही वास्ट होता है, ब्रॉड होता है. तो एक खिलाड़ी जो है वो सब एरियाज में अच्छा कर सकता है. सबसे पहली बात आती है बच्चे के लिए, स्टूडेंट शुड बी डिसिप्लिन्ड, क्योंकि आई लव डिसिप्लिन at home or outside or in a school, everywhere. I teach my children in the school also. बेटा, आपके यहाँ पर बैनर नहीं लगा होता कि आप 99% वाले, लेकिन आपका बिहेवियर, आपकी डिसिप्लिन ये बताती है कि आप किस स्कूल और किस घर को बिलोंग करते हैं. तो वैसे ही स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन बहुत डिसिप्लिन रहते हैं. मैंने बैडमिंटन में इसलिए डाला सर, क्योंकि एक तो मैं खुद बैडमिंटन प्लेयर रह चुकी हूँ, और हमारे घर में जॉइंट फैमिली में मैंने बताया सब हमारे इन-लॉज भी खेलते थे, बट नॉट एज अ कैरियर, बट फिटनेस के लिए इन-लॉज खेलते हैं, हमारे नेफ्यू खेलते हैं. लेकिन इनको मैंने कैरियर के ही लिए निकाला बैडमिंटन में, क्योंकि फर्स्टली माय हस्बैंड्स चॉइस वाज रैकेटल गेम. सेकेंडली आप रैकेटल गेम में कह सकते हैं कि व्हाई नॉट इन टेबल टेनिस, टीटी में क्यों नहीं डाला. तो वो इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि मुझे कोई ऐसा जरिया नहीं दिखा. मुझे जो हेल्पर्स मिले, जो मेरी हेल्प किए, वो बैडमिंटन से ही रिलेटेड थी. मैंने ऐसे ही क्लास में मैंने पूछा, क्योंकि कैंप भी लगा था तो बैडमिंटन का लगा था, तो ऐसा था कुछ भाग्य में ऐसा था कि बैडमिंटन ही खिलाना था, तो सब चीजें उसी से कोरिलेट होती गई. कैंप जो लगा बैडमिंटन का, उसमें डाला मैंने, उसमें डाला तो फिर हमको रास्ते खुलते गए. ऐसे ही क्लास में मैंने बोला कि बेटा बैडमिंटन का कहाँ कोचिंग कहाँ होता है. तो एक बच्चे ने बोला कि हाँ मैं जानता हूँ, वो मेरी माँ एक एकेडमी चलती है, वो जानती है. पूछा मैंने उससे और मैं एकेडमी पहुंच गई, छोटी सी एकेडमी, क्योंकि रायपुर में भी, अभी छत्तीसगढ़ रायपुर, ये भी कोई बहुत बड़ा वो नहीं है. अभी बैडमिंटन का ही, मतलब बैडमिंटन क्या, खेल के भी बहुत से ऐसे हैं इंडोर आउटडोर एकेडमीज हैं, बट उतना ज्यादा अभी आगे नहीं बढ़ पाया है, क्योंकि अभी मैंने बोला ना कि नेशनल और नेशनल लेवल पर टूर्नामेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो रहे हैं. जबकि हॉकी स्टेडियम है, आपका क्रिकेट का है, लेकिन बच्चे तभी एनकरेज होंगे जब तक बाहर के खिलाड़ी और टॉप लेवल के खिलाड़ी आकर नहीं खेलेंगे। तो हमको हर इसमें स्टेट में ये चाहिए कि टूर्नामेंट्स कराते रहे, बड़े बड़े टूर्नामेंट्स इंडिया लेवल के कराते रहे। तो मैंने बच्चों को डाला कि अरे इसमें इंडोर रहेगा, सेफ रहेंगे, मुझे ज्यादा इधर उधर लेके जाना नहीं पड़ेगा कि इधर उधर लेके भागती रहूं मैं। बीइंग अ सिंगल पेरेंट, लड़कों को कैसे संभालना, डिसिप्लिन में रखना, ये सब चीजें मेरे लिए थी। तो जब मैंने सोचा कि इंडोर गेम है तो मुझे ये अच्छा लगा कि चलो यहाँ पर सेफ रहेंगे, कहीं बाहर इधर उधर नहीं जाना है। और मैंने फिर चुन लिया कि इसी में डालना है। अब इसी में डालना है तो बहुत से लोग एस्ट्रोलॉजर बन गए, जो वहाँ कोई कोई सिखाते थे, वो बोले कि किसका बेटा है, मैं जाकर वहीं बंडल ऑफ माई कॉपीज नोटबुक्स आई यूज्ड टू डू द करेक्शंस देयर। क्यों? बिकॉज आई टोल्ड यू ऑलरेडी, बीइंग इन जॉइंट फैमिली और स्कूल में रहने के कारण फिर ये सब थोड़ा आ जाता है प्रॉब्लम, तो मैं वहाँ बंडल लेके अपना करेक्शन करती थी। तो एक कोई थे, कोच थे, मैं उतना जानती नहीं थी कौन थे, उन्होंने आके मेरे से बोला कि मैम आप यहाँ मत बैठा करिए। हमने कहा सर देयर इज नो रूल रिटन हियर टू नॉट टू सेट द पेरेंट्स फॉर द पेरेंट्स, तो ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप? तो बोले कि मैम हमने कहा बाहर बैठने के लिए कुछ नहीं। बोले देखिए नहीं, आपका बच्चा, आप मेरी बात नोट कर लीजिए, बहुत आगे जाएगा बैडमिंटन, और बस आप समय और पेशेंस का ध्यान रखिएगा, पेशेंस रखिएगा। और दूसरी बात ये कि मैं इसको यहाँ मारूंगा तो आप देख नहीं पाएंगे। मैंने बोला सर अगर आप इसमें देख रहे हैं कि इसका कैरियर बन सकता है, आप इसका हाथ पैर भी तोड़ देंगे तो मुझे कोई गम नहीं होगा। क्यों? क्योंकि आप इसकी अच्छाई के लिए बोल रहे हैं। और मैं इतना फिर उस दिन से पेशेंस रखी सर, मैं बाहर बैठने लगी, मुझे ये नहीं था कि मारे कुछ नहीं करे, लेकिन उनकी ये बात मुझे लग गई कि हाँ ये बहुत ऊंचा जाएगा। तो मैंने बोला ठीक है, ये मार के चाहे जैसे वो करे। तो मैंने फिर सोच लिया कि इसी में डालना है। सर जब मैं टूर्नामेंट्स खिलाना शुरू की, ऑल इंडिया रैंकिंग्स, जब मुझे सब ज्ञान होता गया, क्योंकि मेरे समय में कोई रैंकिंग नहीं होती थी, जब मैं रैंकिंग में ले जाने लगी और वहां मैंने जुनून देखा। मुझे वो शब्द आज भी याद है और सबको याद करना चाहिए, किसी भी स्पोर्ट्स में जाने के लिए जुनून का होना बहुत जरूरी है, ईदर इन पेरेंट्स और इन द प्लेयर्स। किसी भी काम को करने के लिए जुनून तो होना ही चाहिए। तो ये मैं प्लेयर की बात कर रही हूँ, जब तक जुनून नहीं होगा सुबह उठ के ट्रेनिंग नहीं करेगा, अरे छोड़ो आज नहीं करता हूँ। जुनून होगा तभी वो सारी चीजें रूटीन में करेगा। मुझे जुनून था तभी मैं आज इस लेवल तक अपने बच्चे को अकेले पहुंचा पाई। ठीक है, मेरे इन-लॉज, मेरे जॉइंट फैमिली ने बहुत सपोर्ट किया, लेकिन शुरू में हमारी मदर इन लॉ थी, उन्होंने बोला क्या खिला रही हो, बस खिलाती रहो, कितने समय तक तुम घर में रहती हो, स्कूल जाती हो, फिर आके बच्चे को लेके भागती हो, और खेल से क्या मिलने वाला है। मैंने कुछ जवाब नहीं दिया, लेकिन हमारे और फैमिली मेंबर्स, उन्होंने बोला नहीं, उसको करने दीजिए, कौन करेगा बच्चों के लिए। और उसके बाद जब अचीव करने लगे, मैं ये भी कहना नहीं भूलूंगी, जब बच्चे एक लेवल पे अचीव करने लगते हैं, चाहे वो स्टेट लेवल हो, नेशनल लेवल हो, जब वो अचीव करने लगते हैं तो परिवार और बाहर वाले, स्कूल वाले सब अपने आप सपोर्ट करने लगते हैं। तो हमको सपोर्ट देंगे तभी बच्चे अचीव करना शुरू करेंगे। तो वहीं से मेरा फिर ये सफर शुरू हो गया कि हमको अब इसी में डालना है। मैं स्कूल में भी फाइट करने लगी। मैंने बोला सर मैं ओपन में डाल दूं, ओपन स्कूल में? बोले नहीं। प्रिंसिपल ने बोला ओपन स्कूल में क्या तीर मार लेंगे, पढ़ने दो, यहीं क्या करना है तुमको। तो ये सबका सपोर्ट मुझे मिलता रहा, जिसके कारण आज मैं इस लेवल तक पहुंचा सकी। और बच्चे जब अचीव करेंगे तो अपने आप सब एकेडमीज वाले लेते हैं, अपने आप बुलाते हैं, स्पॉन्सरशिप वाले बुलाते हैं। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि एक लेवल तक तो अचीव कराने में साथ हाथ होता है पेरेंट्स का, स्कूल का। हाँ ये जरूर है कि सभी स्कूल से फैसिलिटी नहीं देती सर। ये मेरा लक था कि भगवान ने एक छीना तो दूसरा दिया। तो मुझे स्कूल का भी बहुत सपोर्ट रहा। बच्चा बोलता था कि स्कूल जाने में हार्डली 1 वीक उसने इस साल तो अटेंड किया स्कूल, लेकिन वो जब जाता था एक पेन लेकर जाता था, कोई नोटबुक नहीं रखता था। अरे क्या करना है माँ, 4 दिन में क्या, मेरे 4 घंटे में क्या मैं स्कूल में पढ़ लूंगा। मैंने सोचा नहीं बेटा, स्कूल में डांट पड़ेगी। उसको बोला गया, जब वो गया बोले अरे तुम्हारे लिए एक छोटा सा टॉपिक दे रही हूँ, इंग्लिश टीचर आस्क्ड टू राइट अ कोटेशन ऑन द बोर्ड। और सबसे तो मैं ये पूछ रही हूँ, लेकिन यू विल राइट, दिस इज द इजीएस्ट क्वेश्चन टू राइट, यू प्लीज राइट एनी कोटेशन ऑन द बोर्ड। सब बच्चे बोलते थे अरे मेरा वीआईपी आया है, और बोलते थे ये लिख दे। अरे क्या लिखूं, ये लिख दे, ये लिख दे। उसको कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, उसने कोटेशन में लिख दिया अपना टाइम आएगा। अब वो अपना टाइम आएगा से उसको इतनी डांट पड़ी कि ये क्या लिख रहे हो, तुम क्या कर रहे हो। मुझे फिर बाद में सुनाया गया, टीचर ने बोला कि मैम देखिए वो आता है, ध्यान भी नहीं देता है। हमने कहा कि अच्छा ठीक है, मैं भी टेंस हो जाती थी। मैंने काउंसलर से बात की, स्कूल काउंसलर से, बोले मैम व्हाट्स रॉन्ग विद दिस, ठीक तो लिखा है उसने, उसके दिमाग में चल रहा है कि टाइम आएगा, he wants to achieve something, इसलिए उसने सोच के लिखा, take it as positive way। ठीक है, टीचर्स एंड स्कूल्स दे वांट द रिजल्ट्स। अगर कोई टीचर या स्कूल ये बोलता है कि हाँ पढ़ाई, तो ठीक है, आप उनको अपना रिजल्ट चाहिए। दीज आर, हमारे प्रिंसिपल यही बोलते थे, अगर कोई टीचर डांट रही है पूनम, तो दीज आर द हर्डल्स, क्रॉस इट। डांट रही है सुन लो, बच्चे को डांट रही है उसको समझाओ, कोई बात नहीं बेटा। और हमने कहा सर पॉलिटिक्स बहुत है, स्पोर्ट्स में भी बहुत पॉलिटिक्स हो गई है, देखिए वो कैसा अपना फिक्सचर चेंज कर देते हैं, उस बच्चे को यहाँ से वहां डाल देते हैं। बोले पॉलिटिक्स डजंट मैटर, बच्चे तुम सारे जेम्स, जितने प्रेशियस जेम्स हैं एक बाउल में रख दो, तो जो डायमंड है वो अपने आप रेज करेगा बाहर से। तो लीव ऑल दीज थिंग्स, ये सब छोड़ो पॉलिटिक्स, तुम बच्चे को एक फोकस कराओ कि हाँ उसको कुछ करना है। इतना ही है, और फिर पूछिएगा। थैंक यू।
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, sorry.
All our prayers are with your sons. Hope they achieve much greater heights.
Yes, sir. But in starting, what happened? At the back of the T-shirt, used to write the state name. तो छत्तीसगढ़ लिखा रहता था, तो बहुत सब बुरी निगाह से देखते थे। At that time, when initial time when I started first tournament to participate, my sons, तो बोलते थे अरे छत्तीसगढ़ का है, ये क्या जीतेगा, अरे छत्तीसगढ़ का है। लेकिन आज की डेट में हमारे छत्तीसगढ़ से क्या, रायपुर से ही 4-5 बच्चे ऐसे निकले, नेशनल इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर निकले हैं। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि वही बात आ जाती है कि पेशेंस रखो और लगे रहो अपनी राह में। जैसे आप एकेडमिक में लगते हैं, वैसे किसी भी राह में अगर आप लगे रहेंगे और जुनून दिखाएंगे, तो सब में पॉसिबिलिटी है। सब टॉप प्लेयर्स नहीं हो सकते, मैं मानती हूँ इस चीज को, लेकिन रिस्क लीजिए ना, नहीं है तो फिर आप स्विच कर लीजिए, उसके भी बहुत सारे एरियाज हैं। आईपीएल है, आईपीएल वगैरह में जो देखते हैं सर, हम उसको ये सोचते हैं कि फॉरेन के प्लेयर्स आते हैं, तो हमारे जो इंडिया के प्लेयर्स हैं वो टॉप प्लेयर्स ही लिए जाते हैं पीबीएल में। जब टॉप प्लेयर्स ही लिए जाएंगे, तो जो और रैंकिंग के प्लेयर हैं, सपोज टॉप 10, तो टॉप 5 लिए गए, तो जो और टॉप 10 में टॉप 5 बचे, उनको फिर चांस नहीं मिलता है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि फॉरेन के प्लेयर्स को फिर हम ज्यादा ना प्रमोट करके हमारे इंडिया के प्लेयर्स का रेशियो बढ़ जाए।
Correct. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hemant, we'd like to hear your story of converting from a techie to a sports career.
Yeah, so it's a long story, but how to tell? So I did basic mountaineering course when I was in IIT. I did it after my second year, and I never thought I will be doing mountaineering as a profession. And I will say when I joined Tata Steel in 2011, and so I got to know about Tata Steel Adventure Foundation, and we all know Bachindri ma'am, the first Indian woman to climb Everest. So I was fortunate that I was able to do expeditions with her, to go on the mountaineering expeditions with her, to learn from her. And so after my roughly between 2 to 3 years in Tata Steel in the shop floor, I was going through this phase of my life, and some of my friends were going to pursue MBA, some were growing a career within the company, some were going for the master. So I was thinking what I want to do. And whenever I used to go in the mountains, or I was always a passionate sports fan. Like, so I was not very good in any of the sports, but I used to play football, long distance running, cricket, squash when I was in college. And I always used to watch football, like many sports events on the television. Like मैं tennis देखता था, F1 races देखता था. So there was always this passion for the sports from the childhood. तो हमेशा वो देख के मेरे को अच्छा लगता था. And when I joined TSA, when I joined Tata Steel, जैसा कि मैं बता रहा था कि so I was going through this phase of my life कि मेरे को क्या करना है. And then I decided to approach management of Tata Steel and Bachindri ma'am that I want to join Tata Steel Adventure Foundation. And मेरे को लगता है कि being from जो मेरा अभी background, I can contribute much better in the field of sports and adventure. And उस टाइम पे काफी ये भी था कि काफी लोग बोले थे कि whether you will leave your technical background, are you sure? But at that time I felt कि, और काफी लोगों ने ये भी पूछा कि how your engineering degree will help you in this. But I think sports, जैसा कि अभी तक there are very few people in the, अभी तो खैर टाइम आ गया, maybe if you see 10 साल पहले, so sports administration में if you see our federations, then वहाँ पर काफी कम लोग हैं ऐसे जो उसको एज अ मतलब होता है ना एक पैशन से, like who have a very good background. Now people from the corporates are joining the sports federation. Now people from the corporates are making sports companies. तो फिर एक वो professionalism develop हो रहा है, and that's how the sports is growing. अगर उसमें लोगों का जो प्रोफेशनल नहीं होगा, then that will not be able to grow. अगर if we see the example of IPL कि कैसे वो बढ़ा, तो क्रिकेट इंडिया में इसलिए राइज हुआ कि हमेशा बोलते हैं कि the administration of cricket was so good, like how it was projected throughout the world. So I felt कि जो मेरा background and with the passion which I have, I can link both of them with the support of Tata Steel ecosystem. I can do contribute much better. And then after I joined TSF, we started developing sport climbing in India. And sport climbing is a very new sport right now. It's not recognized at the national level. And in a span of 4 to 5 years, we have the national champions who are training in Jamshedpur. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Sparda also, because उनका जो education needs है, like बच्चों का जो tuition है, वो काफी कुछ उनको support मिल जाता है to make them a better human being and better athlete. So जो एक sport है जिसमें अभी it's a, बिल्कुल मैं तो बोलूँगा कि अभी तो बिल्कुल ground पे है, and maybe in next 5 to 10 years we may have a Asian Games medal or Olympic medal in this sport also. So अभी और भी जो ऐसे नए नए स्पोर्ट्स है वो आ रहे हैं, एंड आई फील लाइक इफ मोर एंड मोर पीपल like us, especially the youth. I now have friends in my college, friends in my net, जो अभी अपना कॉर्पोरेट को छोड़ के now they are going into the football clubs. just so उनके उसमें है, there are organization like Olympic Gold Quest and badminton, all the academies in the country. And if we have the professional people running the show there, then you will see the good results, and not just with the medals, in general you will see a lot of improved results over there.
Thank you so much, Hemantji. So one of my last questions is to Shri Mukul Chaudhary, and I would like to, bring your attention to a comment which I found on Jamshedpur FC's website. So this is from October 2017, and it caught my attention where you said, the long-term vision is to engage the local community and develop local players. Right? This came from you back in 2017. So fast forward, here we are in 2020. Tell us something, how have the changes been made at the grassroots level? There are many kids who are coming from rural areas, and how are you and the organization encouraging them to adopt to sports?
Yeah, I think this is very close to my heart. And basically, while I was working into professional football clubs, the very reason that I chose to move to football schools per se is just to impart education. And I realized that, there's a good amount of work that needs to be done at a grassroots level. And therefore, you will see Indian Football School and Manchester United Soccer Schools. And I actually came here to manage TFA, because that was my dream. I used to come here for recruitments once upon a time when I was running a club. And it was like campus interviews that you do back in IIM and other places. I used to come to TFA for recruitment to pick the best boys for my club. And that's why I had this great image of TFA in my mind. And it has the big aspiration as far as sports is concerned, particularly people in football. TFA is right up there. So myself, I was basically wanting to move towards education of sport and education of football. When the football club happened, it is very apparent and very much necessary that you actually develop community around it. And for that, you had tremendous talent in this region. I actually had to orient people and say that, while this is not something my own doing, football in Jamshedpur is as old as 75 years, because, your first league which was started in Jamshedpur was JSA League is going to celebrate 75 years this year. This is one of the oldest league in the country. Now, this is not known to people. So you have inherent passion for the sport. I just was riding on it. I was just creating platforms. So one realized that, you could actually go to villages and you realize there are thousands of people who would want to come and play. And that's where we said, hey, let's start the grassroots programs. And we are actually at a very good success rate right now. We have kids who train. There are 3,000 kids who are there in the schools right now who are training. And we realized that when we were doing this program, the biggest challenge that I had was not kids. I have 50, almost 8,000 kids ready and waiting to learn football right now. My biggest challenge is teachers. So my first thing that I did before starting the soccer schools, which we have right now I have 9 schools right now which are operational. My biggest challenge was to create teachers. And the first year in 2017, we started teacher training programs and we started creating teachers, because once you start this program, typically, if you're going to charge money, there are expectations that you're setting as far as parents are concerned, as far as kids are concerned. And therefore, you have to see to your deliveries right. At the same time, if you don't have a trained teacher, then everything is going to fall flat. If you don't know the science behind the program that you're delivering, then and today's students are very curious. They will ask you questions. You can't shout at him, "Jao, bhago." You can't do that. You have to tell him why he has to touch the ball like that, why he has to hold the ball, and why he has to release the ball. All these questions he will ask you, and the trainer should know these answers. And if he doesn't know these answers, you lose all these boys, because they are there to have fun. You're sure. Whenever I tell my coaches also, whenever I have sessions with my coaches, I always tell them, ensure that these kids have fun. Unless they have fun, they will not stick to your game. And if they stick to your game, that's when you will create athletes out of them. So this is very, very critical, and you have to every time see that they enjoy what they do. And that's why teachers are very critical. We started working on the grassroots. Today I have close to 3,000 kids who are working in our schools per se. Apart from that, we have lots of soccer school programs, engagement programs that we do with Tata Steel Foundation. And there's a good number that we touch, which is much more than 6,000, where you have so many kids that you work upon. And that's the reason why you see so many people actually coming to the stadium. That's the passion that one has created. You have basically created that emotional connect with your audience and those people and their parents. It's not only about that kid, it also the parents get attached to it. The moment they see their kid playing, they're somehow engaged with, just engaging everybody, and it becomes more of a family thing. And I think that's what has worked for us. And the grassroots, I would now say that, we now have under 15 team, we have under 13 team, which is being trained separately. We have under 10 team, which trains separately. And these are all selected boys who get special training apart from so these are all boys picked up from Jamshedpur and locally. In the time to come, even TFA once upon a time used to have only 2 or 3 kids from the region. Now we have 8 to 9 kids from the region. These are mental change, mind changes that we have done. We have more and more people coming from the local community who are now part of your excellence system. And in time to come, you'll have lots of kids from the region or the city representing Jamshedpur FC. That's my dream. Tomorrow, if you actually have, like for example, Hemant had just mentioned that when Gaurav Mukhi played, there's so many people who started following it because they were cheering. There's somebody who's their neighbor, somebody they could relate to, and then it becomes something that hey, ye kar sakte hai, to hum bhi kar sakte hain. That self-belief comes into you, and that's very important to ignite. And if you just imagine, alone Gaurav Mukhi can make this kind of a change where people start, entire Mukhi Samaj and people from Datkiri were coming to watch our matches in big numbers. Just imagine if you have 6 such players playing for your club. The entire Jamshedpur will follow them. That's the kind of connect we want to build in time to come. So I think that's what grassroots will do. And it's like education, You can't create a footballer, and if you take 14 to 17 years to create an engineer, you have to take that much time to create them. So I think we have just started it. Another 7-8 years, life will be very different in Jamshedpur. I think we'll be able to create more and more players who will represent the club, and it will be much bigger club than what we see today.
No, thank you very much for those views. I want to thank all the panel members. It was really informative, and I must say that if we had another hour or two, we could just continue discussing so much more on this subject, right? So I want to sincerely thank each one of you from our entire team. And I see that some of our audience members are also eager. I see a hand raised already from Arbab Ahmed. So Arbab, if you have a question, you can go ahead, unmute yourself and direct the question to the panel members, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arbab. I just now completed my MBA in sports management, and currently, in the webinar today, everyone spoke about sports curriculum, parents not agreeing, then comes discipline. But all these things there is no regularity between it. Like suppose when we teach our children, like suppose science subjects, then we have 3 terms of exams for them. But here we don't have any tournaments for them to like practically apply those things learned. Like I'm from Loyola School, like passed out in 2014. So back then we used to have only couple of basketball tournament, and I'm also a national level basketball player. So I used to have only couple of tournaments, and whatever I used to learn the whole year, I just got 2 chances to like try and like know what my strengths are and what my weaknesses are. So by like since Punita ma'am said like she's been organizing tournament, like so if one school can do this, why not whole school come together and organize a league where like it's a regular thing, it goes on like a school thing, like it goes on throughout the year, and at the end of the year there's a final winner, and we can create an environment where like it's an home and away crowd. We can allow students to come and watch the matches, cheer for the teams. So it can be a healthy thing that can happen, but not happening. So like yeah, like this is my question. Like regularity is missing in our sports ecosystem in Jamshedpur. So that's my question. Like what can we do for it? Like,
Sarbab, if I understand your question currently, it's pointed to Ms. Punita Chauhan ma'am, and you would like to know what can our schools and education systems do to encourage more participation in tournaments and things as such, right?
yes, so, and like Mukul sir mentioned.
Should I take that question?
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so as of now, this year being an exception, let's forget about this year, but otherwise, we have now a more streamlined approach to sports than it used to be some time back. So now we have a city-wise zonal competition for each sport. The selected children who qualified, they go up to regional level of sport. Then from regional, those people who qualify, they go up to national level of sport. So when we talk about national, we are talking about all ICSE schools. So whether it is athletics, whether it is any other game, they go up that way, they graduate up to the national level. And if at the nationals, they do well at an outstanding level, they go up for the sports, the Sports Authority of India, they have their own sport meet where these children are then invited to play and attend. And if there they show extremely good performance, there are scholarships available where they take that student for a 5-year training and put them through special sports training and then promote them up ahead. So this is something that is being done at the ICSC level, organized, and things are going to be much better than what Arbab saw when he was at school.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So I know this is a very exciting topic. Like I said, a lot of questions. I do see Neeraj raising his hand, so I would like to give Neeraj an opportunity if he has a question to go ahead, please.
Of course, times have changed, but during our days, making a career out of sports was not an easy option. So, like most conventional parents, my parents decided to choose a career for me as an engineer. So that's what I am now, working in a steel company. But now that I'm a parent myself, I always wanted my kids to get into sports. And now I'm trying to link this to the topic of discussion today. And I see that, and I've worked in different places. So in the last 10 years, I've been in different cities. And what I feel is that from a school point of view, I don't think we are still there in terms of promotion of sports. So while I agree with the panelists that marks for sports doesn't work and it doesn't make sense to me either, But there are a lot of other things that schools should be doing, which I think is still lacking. And so maybe the people from the panelists from the school background can comment on that. But my personal view is schools could do small things like, first of all is talent identification. So there should be some means through which, you identify talent at a very young age. School is a place where kids probably spend the maximum time of their day. I mean, they sleep for probably 8 or 9 hours, and then they spend around 7-8 hours in school. And that's where it's easier to spot talent at a very small age. And there needs to be a conduit between school identifying talent and then connecting it with a larger body at a national level, which could pull that talent and hone it at a very early age so that, we can take these budding talents and at least to a next level.
Please summarize that, please, for the panelists here real quick. So it's a twofold question. Thank you very much, Neeraj, for your views as well. So I think your questions can summarize this whole discussion here today. So let us hear from Punita ma'am and Poonam Singh ma'am in very short and succinct way. What are the schools, we had so much discussion, what are the things that can be different? And then maybe Mukul sir and Hemant can conclude with not only the playing options, what are the other fields where people can take sports as a career, whether it is analyst, sports medicines, things of that nature. So starting with Punita Chauhan ma'am.
I think, yes, I do agree. And I would like to come back to the point that I made at the very beginning. The new education policy is still being reviewed. And this is a point I'm going to make to the new education policy, that just as we are looking at a lot of things very broadly, and they are thinking in terms of a very liberal education system, that liberalness should extend itself to creating a separate stream for sports, because that will give it the emphasis that we all so passionately want. And it's coming across from all the sports lovers who are in the audience that not enough is being done. Everybody is very impatient that whatever's being done is just about all right, but not enough. I agree with that sentiment. We need to do much more. Believe me, the scenario is changing. Right in the midst of the pandemic, if the council can think of calling for a national level meet of all principals to say that let's do this for sports, it means that the council is taking complete cognizance of this and is pushing school principals even in those areas where probably that kind of openness doesn't exist, that they have to open their minds, and this is time that we need to realize much higher level. School, that's the right age to catch them young and start training. And like I said, my exposure, I personally visited schools in China, was very, very fortunate, among the fortunate few to have visited some schools in China. And I saw how they would emphasize sports there. But simultaneously, I would like to again emphasize that if I were to bring in that kind of emphasis in my school by introducing 2 hours of sports training in my school, there would be an instant objection from the entire parent body that what are you doing? We are sending our children to study and you are bringing the focus into this. So it is quite a tightrope walk for us educators also. So that's another side of it, to keep mentoring parents, which is what we are trying to do, so that they understand the value of the focus we are trying to bring. And it's good that people like Neeraj and Arbab are so sports oriented, but not everybody is like that. So there is going to be that huge challenge for us as well. While we are promoting sports, while we are doing all this for sports, there are parents who tell us quite openly that we are sending the children to study. We are not sending them there for all this. So you don't have to push our children into all this. So, but we have to. We've always tried to counsel them, and that's where our challenge continues.
Thank you, ma'am.
तो ये
Uh,
लेना पड़ेगा, ऐसे तेरा है क्या?
can everyone else mute, please, other than the panelists? Thank you.
को मैं म्यूट हूँ ना?
Okay, thank you. Poonam ma'am, in conclusion, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी?
Yes, sir. Previously also I told you the same thing, that parents should support more and more. You can't dependent on the school support totally, because sometimes schools are very far from the city and they don't have much facility of particular game like badminton. नहीं है स्कूल में, कोर्ट नहीं है, और स्कूल इज वेरी फार फ्रॉम माई सिटी. तो हाउ कैन आई डिपेंडेंट ऑन द स्कूल कि नहीं आप हमारे बच्चे को ये नहीं करा रहे हैं, हम कैसे कराएं? आई टोटली टुक पेन टू मेक माई किड्स प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर. उसके लिए पेरेंट्स को अलग से टाइम देना पड़ेगा अपार्ट फ्रॉम द स्कूल. स्कूल बस इतना कर सकता है, सपोज स्कूल बहुत दूर है सिटी से, तो स्कूल इतना ही कर सकता है कि भाई अटेंडेंस दे सकता है, मार्क्स दे देगा ज्यादा से ज्यादा, और ये बोलेगा डोंट वरी मैं हूं. बच्चों के बैनर्स लगा दिए हैं, टांग दिए हैं मेरे बच्चों के बहुत के, उससे एनकरेजमेंट मिलता है. पेरेंट्स देखते हैं कॉरिडोर में बैनर्स लगे, मैम योर सन, यस माय सन्स, हाउ यू हैव गिवन देम दिस मच ऑफ टाइम, और कैसे आपने इनको यहाँ तक पहुंचाया. देन आई स्टार्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग द थिंग्स. तो ऐसे माउथ टू माउथ सबको पता चलता है. तो हम स्कूल पर ही नहीं भरोसा कर सकते, क्योंकि कोचेस भी आपको बाहर आके तो नहीं सिखा सकते हैं, बिकॉज वो तो स्कूल में है. तो हमने स्कूल से ये लिखाया कि हमको वीकली डेज दिए जाए कि जिसमें वो कोचिंग ज्वाइन कर सके, और हम उनको बाहर ही एकेडमी में ट्रेनिंग दिलाते हैं और स्कूल से एग्जाम्शन मिलता है.
Thank you,
So this is not the thing कि हम डिपेंडेंट रहे स्कूल पे. It is not possible.
Thank you very much. All right, moving on to the second part, Mukul sir and Mr. Hemant, if you can just summarize, what are the other options for, individuals who are getting into this field? So starting with Mukul sir, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so there are, I'll keep it short, but typically there are many fields, and like Neeraj said, that not many are known to people. Trust me, people who are getting into sports are realizing it. So it is not something that is advertised. Of course, we are evolving as a nation and as a society also for sports. So more and more things are now known to people. There are fields which are not open once upon a time. I was quite surprised. In fact, I'll just share it with you. There's this particular company called Kadamba sitting back in Chennai, and they were the analysts for EPL. This was 15 years back when Indian football was nowhere. There's a software company sitting back in Chennai which was evaluating English Premier League sport, and they were giving them data on analytics to support their game. Not known to anybody. It's only when I got into the sport I realized, hey, Kadamba karta hai. Yeah, it's sitting in Chennai, and the Chennai, there's a bunch of engineers who are sitting and analyzing this game, and they're giving data points to English Premier League. That's how big our engineers are. And I'm saying, if you can create so many engineers of such a talent, you can obviously create a lot of sports person as we go along. Net, what I'm trying to say is there are various fields across the support subsystem. Obviously, there are a lot to name off. But at the same time, we are evolving. People, when they get into the sport and when they interact, is when they would know that beyond a coach, there is XYZ, and they would say, okay, fine, I will take this up. So that is important, and they will come to know. Obviously, we can make some official efforts. Today morning, I had a session with one school just to share careers in sports beyond being an athlete. It was a special session. I was myself enthused to know that people want to know about it. And Neeraj, rightfully, that's a good thing. Second thing that I would say, your World Cup dream that you mentioned, we actually have a distance to travel. We were 160th sometime back, which was 5-7 years back. Now we are closer to 100. But more importantly, you must be aware that on 2017, India played the Under-17 World Cup. It's a small consolation. We were party to that particular World Cup because we were hosting that World Cup. But more importantly, it was also to give self-belief to our footballing community in India. Now India is going to host the Under-17 World Cup for women in 2021. So those are things which are big. These are big ticket items which are basically, so your World Cup dream partially is being achieved to an extent, but there's a long way to go. But I don't see that as a distant dream if we work together and see to it that the sport evolves the way it is evolving. If you have climbed up 60 spots in last 7 years, then another 30 spots or 40 spots would not be very difficult in next 10 years to come. But we have to work consistently, work on your youth and see to it that they get best exposure in terms of competition and also technical knowledge. And this is something that is very critical. And I think slowly and steadily we see that happening with more and more people coming to the sport, participating, playing, getting into competition and bettering themselves. So these are things which are happening, and you will surely see. I don't know when I can point and say whether we'll play the 2028 World Cup or whenever. It may not happen so soon, but it will take 10 to 12 years minimum or whatever. It would be around that figure that one has to look and wait for. But otherwise, partially we have played under 17 World Cup. So let's hope that we also play the Open World Cup one day. We will do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Hemant ji, do you have any further comments, any additions?
So I think most of the career options have been covered, like what Mukul sir and Poonam and Punita ma'am have shared. So I think so when you do anything with the passion and with the interest, I think even in future there will be opportunity which doesn't exist today. Maybe five years down the line or 10 years down the line, there may be new roles which we are not thinking right now. For example, we always talk about the competitive sports, but if you see a recreational sports or amateur sports like long distance running, marathons, and endurance sports like long distance cycling or Ironman, these all are a multi-million dollars business, like a New York marathon or a Tata Mumbai marathon. These all are ups and downs, and the people who are working behind the scenes are the people who had some interest in the sports and now contributing to these events. So, and maybe 15 years back, no one would have thought that 40,000 people will be running on the roads of Mumbai on one single morning. So I think it's more about doing what you love and just go into it. And maybe one day you will be setting one benchmark and you are starting doing something, and which can create as an opportunity, a role for someone else to follow you. So there is a huge potential, I would say. So I will keep it brief. Thanks.
Thank you so much. So we will make one last exception. We have one audience member we would like to give the opportunity. Ms. Tasneem has raised her hand for a while now. Ms. Tasneem, go ahead, ask your question, and I would really appreciate if you guys can just keep it short. We are running out.
Yes, good evening, everyone. What I would like to say, thank you so much for such a wonderful webinar, sir. And I am Arbab's mother, and I am also a teacher in DVMS Kadma. See, I changed my mind 12 years back to put my child in sports, take sports as a career. And he is right now, completed his master's MBA from Symbiosis School. But see, sir, what happened that after finishing, he is no one is there to look at them also. He doesn't want to be on the field. He want to be behind the scene. So I think that Sports Federation of Jamshedpur should keep a track in such schools where children are going for sports as a career, and can take those children of their own city into their own federations and all, so that the other parents can see that their children are having a good career, so they can go for that. Thank you, sir. That much I want to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your view there. I thought you had a specific question, but looks like that's just your views. So over to Mohan, sir.
Yeah, I think we had a very exciting session. I think the speakers were heart and soul into the subject. And I think the entire audience and the participants, Partha included, gained a lot from this session. And we look forward to at least participating in some of your wish lists and